Alright, so today I'm giving you all a basic trial guide / tutorial to show you how I beat it most of the time. I'm gonna do this because if you're like me, it took me a very long time to figure out how to beat the trial effectively, like every single time. And I know a lot of you still have trouble with the trial, and I wanted to give you guys some tips on how to beat it. Now, the first stage is a basic parry test, and all you want to do is just tap F whenever the first orb hits you. This one can get pretty tough near the end, but all you have to do is just keep spamming F as fast as you can, and you should be fine. Now, after every stage, I usually just invest all of my skill points into my weapon type. I do this because you can usually get all of the health you'll need for the trial off of talents alone. And assuming you don't get hit, since a lot of enemies are predictable, you can just go in for sheer damage to kill them as fast as possible. The second stage is also very easy since it's just a standard Sharko. All you have to do is M1 it 3 times, wait for it to use a move, and repeat. Pretty simple. Now, the third stage is where the difficulty of the trial really starts to kick in. To start off, I usually like to hide in this corner so I can easily line the angels up. From there, I usually just parry one of their attacks and M1 a single time. I typically do this until they get block broken, where I hit them only twice so that I don't flourish them. Flourishing them can cause a lineup to be messed up and mess up the whole flow in the process. A small tip to go with this fight, move stack your spit with M1s as to get some health back every once in a while. Once you eventually down one of them, pick them up. This will make the other one disappear. This is presumably a bug though, so don't expect people to do this forever. If it does get patched, you can just keep parrying their attacks and M1ing until they both die. The fourth stage is just a rock golem. They're actually easier than the angels you just killed in my opinion. Everything you have to do to kill it is actually very simple. You can either run away while it spins and wait for it to stop, or you can stand there next to it while it spins and parry all of it. Regardless, after it spins, get a few M1s off, but be prepared to either parry or dodge depending on its attack. All of the golem's moves can be parried except for its right hand swing and laser beam. Once it starts spinning again, you can get a few M1s in before you run away and repeat the process. On a side note, I actually got very lucky and got one of the new heavy weapons as a drop from them. The fifth stage is a single Thresher. They're also incredibly easy to fight if you know their moves. When they first spawn in, they'll burrow into the ground and jump at you. They typically resurface after 2 red flashes, so dodge as soon as you see it start. When they're on the surface, hit them once or twice and prepare for an attack. All of their attacks are parryable, but I prefer to dodge its tail whip since I'm not great at parrying it. Soon enough, it will burrow again, you can repeat the process. The sixth stage is an Enforcer. Now, Enforcers may seem scary, but are actually incredibly predictable and easy to fight. When it first spawns, it will pull you over into a kick, so be prepared to parry that. You're going to want to M1 as soon as you parry an attack of his, and when he's guard broken, hit twice. To watch out for fainting, wait until the last moment to parry a swing from the Enforcer. If he ends up fainting, keep holding F and take the blow to your posture. You'll get it back super fast from parrying. Keep in mind that the Enforcer will never feint a kick. Now keep repeating this process until he dies. The seventh stage is a sand golem. Now, sand golems are probably the second scariest stage you'll fight in the trial in comparison to the angels. This is due to how sand golems are incredibly inconsistent and have no observable pattern with incredibly fast moves. When the sand golem first spawns, it will send out a blue slash, so make sure you dodge it. You're going to want to get close to the golem and M1 it once or twice, and then expect an attack. No matter what it is, you're going to want to dodge it. It's just easier that way. If he swings his sword, he'll sometimes come back down for another slash. After you dodge a move of his, you're free to M1 him once or twice more. Although, when it comes to his pillar move, you might want to delay your roll a little bit after he punches the ground, as sometimes dodging as soon as he punches will still get you hit. Keep repeating this process until he dies. The 8th stage is just another parry check. It's exactly like the first one, except for the fact that it doesn't ramp up in speed at all. The 9th and final stage is an Alpha Sharko with parry checks. In this stage, you're going to have to do some multitasking. Get near the door you entered from at the very beginning and start fighting the Sharko there. You're going to want to try and mix the parries from the Sharko swipes and the parries from the orbs. The only times you're going to want to dash is to avoid a Sharko kick. In this stage, you don't even have to attack at all, although I recommend you do when you find the opportunity to. The orbs will also damage the Sharko and get it so low to the point where it will only take a few M1s to kill it. Endure enough of this, and eventually, it will die. Now, assuming you beat the trial, you're probably able to do it consistently now. I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.